Osteochondroma is a benign or non-cancerous bone tumor that appears on the surface of bone. It is the most common type of benign tumor, accounting for around 35 to 50% of all benign growths. Most common in children and adolescents, as it typically forms near the growth plates of long bones, particularly in the metaphysis, the area between the shaft diaphysis, and the end of the bone, the epiphysis. The knee region is a frequent site, especially the femur, tibia, and fibula. Osteochondroma forms the hyaline cartilage of the growth plate. The cartilage produces a cartilage cap which then continues to grow and ossifies, eventually turning into bone. And if you're struggling to see where the tumor is, here's a healthy fibula and the one with the tumor. Osteochondromas typically stop growing once a person reaches adulthood and the growth plates have closed, at which point the growth becomes dormant. Osteochondroma are unique in the fact that they are not simply just a growth on top of the bone, but they are a true extension of the parent bone. This means that the tumor shares the same periosteum, which is the film covering the bone, cortical bone, or the hard outer shell, and the bone marrow as the host bone, indicating that it grows as an extension of normal bone tissue rather than over it. Looking at it closely, in some areas you can't even tell where the tumor starts. Now, these tumors typically grow in two shapes: pedunculated, which has a stem and kind of resembles a mushroom, or sessile, which has a broader base and more seamlessly integrates into the bone. This here is an example of a sessile growth, as they are more common in slender and non-weight-bearing bones, which the fibula is. Because the fibula undergoes less mechanical stress and remodeling than weight-bearing bones, the tumor tends to grow flatter and more integrated, needing greater surface area for structural support. It's also important to differentiate osteochondroma from the more generalized term exostosis. Exostosis refers broadly to any bony outgrowth from the surface of a bone. An example of a humerus with an exostosis and a femur with an exostosis. Osteochondroma is a specific type of exostosis with a cartilage cap and a continuous cortex and marrow to the parent bone. In other words, all osteochondroma are exostosis, but not all exostosis are osteochondroma. If you found this video interesting and you learned something new today, make sure to follow the Bone Museum for more.